Pisces, this is all about you. This is your weekly oracle and tarot card reading from Born Without Boundaries. Weekly as in, no, these energies aren't just for this week. But I put out a brand new Pisces video every single week. That's what I mean by weekly. So please click subscribe and ring that bell, and then you'll get the readings fresh off the press. But there are so many other readings in this playlist that might resonate with you, so check them out. Also check out your rising sign and your moon sign. Very important signs that you should not overlook, because sometimes those energies resonate a lot more with you, especially if we're dealing with something extremely emotional or extremely impactful in our lives, in our future, in our life purpose. Rising sign, emotional, moon sign. Like, look for those as well. You don't want to limit yourself to just your sun sign. There's always an extended video, and what the extended video does is it takes the energies that we are revealed here and it articulates them and susses out details and specifics. So if that's the more personal kind of reading that you're looking for, please do click below. The link is in the description box, and I welcome you over there. That includes a romance and relationship reading as well. Let's get into it. Pisces. Yes, I do personal readings also. A lot of people ask me that. So that information is in the description box below as well. So Pisces, I'm going to start with your crowning energy. Your crowning energy is Capricorn. Are you dealing with a Capricorn? Not being able to, I don't know, government support. Let's get into it. So your crowning energy is the energy that's basically impacting the rest of this reading. And then your central energy is sort of the central challenges that you're facing. And then we'll get to your root energy, which is that energy that's holding you down and basically helping you through. Pisces, Pisces, Pisces. Literally flipped out right away. This is good. This is really good. Okay, hold on. So my rule is any card that flips becomes a part of the crowning energy, because it's forward. It's screaming for my attention. This is the energy that flipped out first and foremost, is Eagle Spirit. Eagle Spirit is Capricornian energy. It is a bird. It's Capricornian energy in terms of laws and rules, traditions, government, institutions, those kind of effects. But it's spiritual. So it's the spiritual laws, the laws of the spiritual plane, the spiritual world, as well as spirit coming through and trying to give you messages or show you new directions. Or show you, no, not new directions, the direction that your soul intent and your purpose is supposed to be going. And here this is the first card that flipped out for you guys. Now, we have Rabbit Spirit and Armadillo Spirit that flipped up afterward. Armadillo Spirit is Cancerian energy, but low vibrational Cancerian energy. Energy that's too guarded, energy that hides its emotions. But this is upside down, which means this is all your boundaries are coming down or having no boundaries whatsoever. And this energy, rabbit energy, is luck or multiplying your abundance. Things moving quickly, quick like a bunny, but it's not just things moving quickly, but your abundance is multiplying quickly. And then last but not least, what flipped out was Libra energy, but this is love and partnership energy of romance and romance, not just eroticism, more just romance, that idyllic version of love. So there is this sense of opening up yourself and letting down your guard and letting down your boundaries, or feeling like you have been completely exposed or vulnerable or put in a vulnerable position because of this new path, but this path that's been unveiled to you, or this opportunity that's being offered to you, which is quite prosperous and abundant, and spirit is pulling you down this path. But there does seem to be this sense of you feeling, but I'm vulnerable here. It's interesting because Pisces usually don't balk at feeling vulnerable, but there is this conscious understanding in you right now that you may be getting in over your head, or things may be moving too quickly, or things are moving quickly and your boundaries have come down and you know this is the right way to go. So this could be confidence as well, but it's a conscious understanding of a dynamic shift in your spirituality and your spiritual positioning when it comes to how you feel about love and how you feel about romance. So you could be dealing with a Libra, a Cancer, or a Capricorn. All of those signs are coming out. But this definitely has to do with a romantic relationship. Now, I will always do in the extended the full romance specific reading. Let's get into the challenges with the energies right now. But yeah, I mean, like, in other words, I do try to keep these readings general, but if it's screaming at me that it's clear that this has something to do with your heart space and your ideals, it could be your ideals themselves of what makes a great relationship, and having decided what makes a great relationship without really giving yourself the chance to experience a great relationship, because you already have these criteria about the way that you should feel, or the way that it should affect you or impact you. In which case, it could very well, especially during retrograde season, that Saturnian energy asking you, but has it worked out for you? Has it, that's the challenge here, and we'll get to the heart of the challenge too. That's the challenge here, is almost like Spirit saying, all these ideals and the way that you fall in love, because Venus is just coming out of retrograde now, soon, tomorrow. But the way that you fall in love, is it working for you? Has it worked for you? Have you chosen the right partners, or has it just all been about being vulnerable and throwing yourself in before you get to know somebody, and really mistaking physical attraction and lust, as well as codependency, etc., for compatibility? Because it's just a good question to ask these questions to yourself during retrogrades, because if things have not been working out, or you see yourself constantly picking the same type of partner, it could very well be because a new partner has shown up in your life that has great potential, but you're overlooking them because they don't give you that, I've got to feel it. I've got to feel it. I've got to feel it. But has that, I've got to feel it, has it worked out for you? Or have you always ended up with people who end up being vampiric, exploitive, not as interested in you as you are in them? Think about it. That's what this energy is asking you to do. Have those impulses and intuitions that you've been following leading you in the right direction. That's what it's asking you to ask yourself, because there is a right direction for you. And there's probably a potential for you to find a really wonderful mate. But the issue is that you're going on the wrong impulses. You've mistaken these impulses. You've mistaken them to mean something that they don't. You know, those butterflies that we get in our stomach lots of times are nerves, because we're actually identifying that we're in the presence of a predator. You know, the person that you should be around, the person that you should be in a loving relationship with, is the person that makes you feel safe, not the person that makes you feel like I have to reach for them, I have to strive for them, I have to impress them. Oh my God, I'm so nervous when I'm around them. All that is predatory response. Like that, it's a response of a gazelle in the presence of a lion. It's those hairs on the back of your neck and those nerves. That means that you have identified a predator. So you could be constantly falling for predators because you've mistaken it as connection and eroticism. And a lot of people do that, and that's how they continue to get back into bad relationships. In which case, there is a potential for this beautiful new relationship coming in your life. And you could actually take this to be meaning in terms of business relationships and other kinds of partnerships as well. There is the presence of a healthy one, but there's this sense of you not realizing it because, I don't feel the pull. Well, has that pull really done you well? Like, where does that pull lead you? That's what this energy and all this retrograde energy is asking you, Pisces. Because Neptune is now in retrograde, and I just wrote a blog about this on my website. Go check it out. Neptune, your ruling planet, is in retrograde. So there is a sense of the dreams being stripped away, and you ruled by the planet of dreams, now not having them. And so the hard questions are coming through and being asked to you. Has all this dreaminess and all this intuition and all this, where has it gotten you? That's all it's asking you. It's of course it'll come back. Neptune will come out of retrograde in November. But it's asking you, where is these pulls, these intuitions, where have they gotten you? Have they gotten you to good places? And if they've gotten you to good places in business, but bad places in romance, then apply them to business and don't apply them to romance. Choose something, you know what I'm saying? It's just asking you to review the impulses that you're following. Where have they taken you? If they haven't taken you someplace good, then you have to reassess what you look for and what you decide is good in terms of those intuitive feelings and directional tools and cues that you receive. Are they good or are they bad? Because this is just a time for your reassessment to say, oh, you know what? Every time I feel this way and I get involved with this type of guy or woman, a year later my heart is broken because they've done nothing but use me. But it works when it comes to, creative projects. All right, well, then keep using it for creative projects, but stop using it for love and romance, or vice versa. It's asking you to do a review of those things. And even though it gets very uncomfortable for you when Neptune is in retrograde, so expect that kind of discomfort. Expect that kind of self-questioning that you usually don't have. Expect those decisions that you made to come into question. That's all a part of retrograde season and a way to improve yourself and rebuild or fix those things that have been leading you astray, which there's probably some. So we have Kundalini energy. Now this could be also that sexually driven, impulsive, a hot energy of just spewing out of you. Moves quick, moves fast, moves rapidly. There is definitely a wonderful way to use Kundalini energy if it's focused and if it's controlled. But if it's wide open and spilling all over the place, it's toxic. So this is a sense of healing yourself from any kind of toxins, of using that energy and purging it from you in order to heal and get healthy. This is 55555. Huge change internally inside of you. Also a reassessment of, listen, I'm just going to say I talk straight. I know you want to fuck them, but are they good for you? Because you want to fuck them doesn't mean they deserve access to your heart. And if you can't separate your genitals from your heart, then you have to be much more particular on who you decide to choose to let into your body. Sweet results await. This is beautiful energy of, if you've done the hard work on yourself, if you've been really working hard to construct something that is beautiful and strong, then your results are going to be delicious and sweet. There's this energy of, this is a Leo energy, this energy of success and really having followed your heart, not impulses or intuitions, but having followed your heart to lead you down a path of really hard work. Because busy as a bee, that's what it is. Bees get their honey because they work their butts off. So there is a sense of, you've been doing a lot of hard work on yourself to cleanse yourself and heal yourself and purge those toxins from yourself. And those results are about to pay off. Why? Because of this retrograde season and because of the hard work that you've done, you're going to be able to see finally those things that you were doing wrong and fix them. And then we have Spirit has a plan. 100% tapping into spiritual guidance and faith. This is the card of faith. This is the card of real connectivity. Not just connectivity to your id and your impulses, but connectivity to spirit. So something that's connected within you, but it's outside of you. So there is a sense of divine inspiration, divine intuition, the divine speaking through you. What does this mean? That there is a little bit of fate and destiny. See, 3 + 5 = 8 that has arrived in your life. And this, because you've done the hard work, you're going to be able to see it. You're going to be able to see from above. You're going to be able to look at things objectively. You're going to be able to make choices based on what is spiritually healthy, as opposed to any of the other toxic choices that you might have otherwise made. 6 plus 5 equals 11, and this is your central energy. So this is diving in deep, going deep down into the heart of who you are, why you feel the way that you feel, digging into those emotions and sussing out any kind of corruptions or things that aren't working. Really not necessarily corruptions with emotions, but misinterpretations of those emotions. This is you taking a deep dive into yourself. So this is a very spiritually healing time for you, a sense of that's going to allow you to, you know, with Neptune and that veil pulled back during retrograde, it's really going to allow you to get into some hardcore emotions that you escape through these fantasies that you usually live in. Without them, it's going to provide an opportunity for you to dive really, really deep and pick up and understand, wow, this person has been polluting me for how many years? How long have I been allowing this? It's interesting how this energy comes about, like how it comes about for you. It came about for you last year around this time too. So it could have to do with eclipse season and timing. But Pisces, this is a sense of you being able to now really dive in and get into some necessary details about choices that you've been making and why you've been making them. Reclaim your power. It's like you're just coming out of the dark. That's what this energy is. You know, you're seeing for the first time in a long time, you're waking up from the dark. The light is finally starting to shine on you. This is also a sense of somebody has their eye on you. Somebody's been keeping watch over you, protecting you, but also a sense of seeing in the dark, seeing through the dark, finally coming into the light. So you will be realizing things that you didn't realize before. Things that you did not see before, you will be able to see. In other words, let's go back to relationships, for example. This sense of, wow, this person really isn't good for me. Why the f am I with them? Or, holy crap, I never saw the beauty of this person before. Why? Because you've been too lost in your fantasies. You've been too lost in your dream world, and you've been too lost in the assumption that all that stuff is good. When it's not, it's just familiar. And good for you and familiar to you are two totally different things. And that's something you start to realize at this time. Yeah, let spirit be your guide. This is once again the energy of 3 plus 2, just like in your crowning energy. 2 plus 3, 5. Spirit is guiding you toward a higher state of understanding so that you can change and change to make yourself and your life healthier. This is a really beautiful time when spirit is stepping up and sending you messages. When eagle and hawk appear in a reading, I would not be surprised if you start to see a lot of animal totems come to you, because spirit is trying to yell at you, speak up. You have all the most spiritual cards in this deck. There's a sense of spirit screaming at you and yelling at you because it doesn't want you to make the same mistakes or miss an opportunity or both. So be very, very watchful in terms of these animal totems and when they come around you and how you feel in their presence. This is a sense of spirit sending you a great deal of messages because it wants to guide you. It sees farther than you see. So it's telling you things for your better. It doesn't want you to fall off the cliff or go in that wrong direction again. And then last but not least, take a leap of faith, which is really interesting because it almost sounds like I'm telling you to not. No, that's not true. I'm telling you don't take a leap of codependency. I'm telling you don't take a leap of lust. I'm telling you don't take a leap of impulsivity or familiarity, doing it just because you always did it. I'm telling you take a leap of faith, which is let spirit, trust what spirit is telling you. And without that veil of that Neptunian energy, faith is all you're going to have. This is a time of great faith for you. Now through November will be a time for you to reconnect to faith and this sense of listening to spirit as opposed to being lost in what you assumed was spirit. So this is a sense of luck and fortune coming into your life because of your reconnection with faith and your understanding of what is healthy for you, what is right for you, and what is good for you. This is also, I can say this right now, even though this is an energy reading, this is a sense of people who are higher than you, bigger than you, or, people that could really help you coming into your lives and taking notice of you. So any kind of job offer, job opportunity, any kind of project that you've been working on. And I got this energy for you, I don't think too long ago too. So there is a sense of people in positions to invest in you or hire you are noticing you. And this is a really great time. This is a sense of also, let me just say this, getting noticed by a higher quality human. And this is why all that healing work has to be done, because you have to be ready. They can notice you and make you an offer. But if you keep making the same mistakes and like, no, I'm not really interested. I'm not feeling it for you. I'm going to go with this loser over here. You know, like, you could have just turned your Hollywood agent down. You know what I'm saying? You could have just turned down that opportunity for the contract that you've been praying for because, oh, no, I'm just going to keep following these same old familiar bullshit intuitions that I keep doing and just lead myself down the wrong path. No, this is a sense of spirit is really coming through to help you make a breakthrough so that you don't miss this opportunity that's coming to you. And I just heard, I know that Mercury is in retrograde, and I know that it's not the greatest time to sign contracts, but you can sign contracts. It's not the greatest time to rush into signing a contract that you haven't read over and really thought about and taken counsel on. But it is certainly, you can sign contracts during Mercury retrograde. You just have to be very, very clear and articulate and take your time with them. It just means go slower. It doesn't mean stop. Just an FYI. Okay. Ooh, embrace the in-between. 6 plus 2 is 8. The in-between is that place of harmony and balance. This is Libra energy as well. Flamingo stands on one leg to conserve energy. This is, don't throw 111. I just saw it run across my timestamp at the bottom of the screen. This is essentially screaming at you, don't jump in. Like I just said, just take your time with things. Weigh out the negatives and positives on both sides. Don't make impulsive decisions. Embrace that sense of, I'm gonna be more hesitant here. Not because I'm backing away, but because I want to look at things. I want to weigh both sides a little bit. Do your pros and cons list, Pisces. This is the energy that's grounding you. It's going to help you through this time. Do your pros and cons list. Take counsel. Embrace that state of not making a decision right away. Embrace it and understand how valuable it can be to weigh things out a little bit longer. And then we have magic works through you. This is Cancerian energy. This is spiritual Cancerian energy. That sense of being able to manifest magic through yourself, being able to transcend yourself, transcend the one world into the other, a renewal of life. What does that mean? It means that yes, you are capable of healing yourself and transforming into a higher version of yourself. So this is an energy, but understand, magic in the 3D world is what we call manifestation. It doesn't come out of wands shooting light. That's in dreams and fantasy world, the world of the multi-dimension that isn't bound by the laws of physics. In the 3D world, where we are bound by the laws of physics, magic is actually manifestation. And manifestation maybe works much more slowly, but through your conscious effort to focus your energy and make good decisions, you can change your life, you can change your world, and you absolutely can get anything and everything that you want. So this is a sense of reminding you, you have this power and you are currently engaging in it and closer to using it now than you ever have been. This is Libra energy. This is Cancerian energy. These are two cardinal energies, which means you are making progress. You are stepping forward in your life. You are making decisions, and through making decisions, you are changing your life and you are moving forward. But Libra and Cancer are both the gentler of the cardinal signs. So it's a sense of you're taking your time because you want to understand everything, because you are learning as you're progressing. And it's really important to go slowly. And then, I'm not surprised. 2 plus 4, this is shocking. This is life itself, a bolt of energy, newness. It's alive. It's brand new. This is brand new life coming out. Brand new renewal of your life, renewal of your energy. This sense of something that you're creating, and what that something is yourself. You are recreating and reconstructing yourself, Pisces, learning the hard lessons, accepting it. Maybe even you could be going into rehab. You could be. You could finally be coming out of the fog of, oh, I don't drink that much. I don't do that much drugs. Oh, yes, I do, actually. And this is the first step for me to get dry. And it feels weird, and it feels crazy, and it feels uncomfortable, and it feels wrong, but it's actually the most right decision I've made in a long time. That's what I'm talking about. And your dreams can be addictions too. You don't have to be drugs or alcohol. It could be escaping into these dreams, escaping into these overly romanticized versions of things. But now you don't have that veil of Neptune, and your first shock is going to feel like it's so uncomfortable. The world is so wrong. Why am I feeling all these things? Because you're not escaping them. Because you don't have that escape tool. You don't have that escape hatch. And because of that, you actually have to face things and work through them. So this is actually a highly blessed time in your life. And I can tell you right now, let me show you the cards. Hold on. See, these are the cards. And so they indicate that something new is starting in your life. And then you have a wonderful opportunity coming in, but that you've had to work through a bunch of crap and dive really deep into the crap in order so that you don't miss this opportunity that's being sent to you by Spirit. And it's probably in love and romance. This is Libra energy again. I don't know if you're dealing with a Libra, but this is a sense of partnership. This is Libra energy down here too. A new partnership that is being manifested. A spark where you didn't think that you'd feel it. But the reason why you feel it now and you didn't feel it before is because you weren't making choices with a clear mind. It's that simple. And the reason why your mind is clear now is, and Spirit is really talking directly to you, is a sense of healing. It's a sense of healing. It's like being able to dive into a place, seeing clearly, maybe for the first time in a long time. This sense of being able to want something that is good for you instead of something that just feels good to you.